beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I'm sure everybody, maybe most people, want to hear about, is how to manifest your ideal partner. Me and C. Oh, say hi to the people.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, I almost forgot.
How rude.
This is my boyfriend, my man, honey. This is my man, okay? And I got him on our channel today talking about manifestation and how he manifested me and I manifested him. I think it's a great video for us to talk about here on this channel, especially for those who are losing a little hope on love. Don't lose hope. Don't lose the faith. This video is to inspire you that love is wherever you are.
Yeah.
And we'll go into more details about that in the video. If you like videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I post videos. I'd like you to go first and kind of just tell us about your experience when you were dating and what made you want to manifest a partner.
All right, we all know the dating pool is very shallow. So at first I was attracting all sorts of people that wasn't in alignment with my values and principles, trying to force things to fit because I was lonely. And when I really dug inside myself and was more visceral, things changed rapidly, and I just took time to myself and I manifested what I wanted in my life first, and then the person that was meant for me eventually came to my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for me, I dated and I got to a point at 21 years old that I was ready to be married. I was like, I am done dating. This crap is not for me. I'm done. And I thought at the time, I prayed and said, you know what? God, send me my husband. Please, universe, send me my husband. And I got a guy that, he was a really good guy. I'm not going to talk down on him or anything. We were together for 7 years and he took really good care of me. So I'm not going to downplay that part. But a lot of the things that I experienced in that relationship wasn't in alignment with the way that I wanted to be treated and the way that I wanted to be spoken to, or the way that, he was a good guy and he took care of me, and on the surface it looked like everything was sweet, but deep down inside I was hurting, and I knew that a part of me knew that he was just not the right one for me. But I was trying to force it, like you said, trying to force puzzle pieces that didn't really match, and eventually it didn't work out. And then after that, okay, now I'm back on the market, I'm dating, and then I realized this is just not life, honey. This is not life. But prior to leaving that 17-year relationship, towards the end of it, I knew for sure that he was just not the one. I just knew. And I asked and I prayed for signs to show me what the truth was, because I was so attached and I was scared to start over. Let's be honest. I was afraid to get back on the market and date again, because I'm like, from what I can see and what people tell me, it ain't nothing out there. The grass is not greener on the other side, in my mind. So that was what I was thinking that was holding me back for years on why I didn't leave and why I didn't want to start over and do something new.
Yeah, and the dating pool got pee in it.
So, towards the end, I got really intentional. I was able to analyze the things that I wanted and see the things that I did not want, right? Because that's very important. We go through these relationships, but we don't look at them as learning experiences, right? So I was able to get really clear on the things that I wanted, what I wanted in a partner, how I wanted to feel, how I wanted to feel when my partner touched me. I'm going too far. But I got really intentional. I wrote out the things that I wanted, and I'll go in more further details on that a little bit later on how to practically manifest your partner. It didn't happen overnight. It took a while. I didn't know this was going to be my partner. We were friends before anything else, So I didn't have any expectations. I just kind of put those things that I wanted, and I cultivated that relationship with my ideal partner over time.
And expectations is the mother of suffering.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no expectations now. None.
Expect nothing and receive everything.
Absolutely. So prior to meeting C, I was dating, and honestly, I just kind of, especially after my 7-year breakup, I was very cautious on the type of person that I dated. But I understood that in order for me to meet my ideal person, I had to be open to receiving that type of love or receiving my partner. So during a time, I dated people that weren't in alignment, and I quickly cut it off because I knew that I couldn't condone any toxic traits or habits or things like that. So I was very particular on who I dated, and if they didn't like any red flags, honey, I was cutting them off. I was queen of cutting them off.
You gotta cut them off.
That was before I met C. When I met C, we were friends. We started off being accountability partners, and we did a fast together, and we took things very slowly, which was great for me and new for me, because a lot of times men meet me, and I even said this they meet me and they fall in love, and they get kind of like too obsessive really fast. And when I was younger, that type of pattern, it's like you meet a guy and you might like him, but you're not sure yet for sure, and then like automatically it's like, oh, now you're my girlfriend after like the first day or something. And and honestly, when I was younger, I didn't have a voice to speak up for myself. I kind of just like, oh, okay, it seems cool, you know what I mean? And I was dating people that I knew I didn't really feel like that, but you know, just going with things, you know? So now that I had got older and I'm wiser and I'm more experienced with dating, and I went through a traumatic experience with the end of my past relationships and stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm not taking like any red flags that come my way. I'm just gonna make sure I address it immediately and cut people off that doesn't deserve to be in my life, and be selective on who I dated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Me, I went through a period of being lonely. Like, I travel a lot. I was living overseas and seeing other people on social media having these great unions, supposedly. And I was like, man, I'm lonely. I need somebody in my life. So I was kind of like rushing and forcing things. It's a thing, power versus force. You're supposed to use your power and not force anything. Power is greater than force anytime. So I was forcing these relationships or these things that wasn't meant, and I had to like look inside myself, like, why am I attracting these people? It was like a cyclical nature, like it's like the same characteristics, the same traits. And I was like, man, I'm meeting these same people over and over again. So I had to look inside myself and dig deep and like find like what I really wanted. At first, to manifest anything, you got to know what you want. Like, if you don't know what you want, you're gonna manifest just anything.
Absolutely. You gotta know what you want, because you telling the universe that you don't want something, it's gonna bring that thing that you don't want in your life more.
Yeah, the more you speak on it, saying, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. Like,
wherever you put your energy, whether it's good or bad, you're gonna be attracting that into your life. You're gonna attract more of that. The reason that we talk about spirituality and being more connected and controlling the way that you think and being mindful of that and setting your intentions is because all of those things play a part in our physical reality and what we bring, what we create, what we co-create in this universe. So having a positive mindset will bring more positivity. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have something that comes that may be challenging, or obstacles may not come or anything like that. It's just when they do come, you react differently. Okay? So just because you're positive and you're doing the work doesn't mean you're not going to be challenged. A lot of times you're going to be tested even more to see if you have grown. And I realized when I was younger, I kept going in the same cycle. You said you kept attracting the same type of person. So it's like the universe is seeing, Have you learned? Have you grown from this situation? You know, if not, you're gonna keep going in this like cycle, this same cycle.
And attracting the same people over and over again, it has something to do with how you feel inside as well. Out of desperation, you're gonna attract bad situations. Anytime you're desperate for anything, love, money, it's gonna go. The outcome is not gonna be great.
Absolutely. In my past relationship that I was in for 7 years, I was codependent. I was very independent before, and by him being so hands-on and always wanting to be in control, it made me so passive to the point that I was so codependent, and it was kind of like this little toxic relationship that we had. He was dependent on me and I was codependent on him as well, and it didn't work out well because I wasn't in a place when I met him. I didn't have my cup filled up. I was going through things and I didn't have my life completely together and things like that, and he felt like a lot of men do, like it's a project. Like it's a project. Oh, I can help her do this. Call it like mixer fix it.
Savior complex.
Absolutely. You want to save the person. You feel like you can help them. And a lot of men feel like this because that's just kind of like that masculine energy. They like to be in control. They like to help people. They like to, cultivate new businesses, you know what I'm saying? So I realized that, but I had to realize that I was codependent as well. I had to realize the part that I played in everything too. And that helped me to grow so that I was no longer attracting somebody that I had to be codependent with anymore.
And practicing self-care and self-love will attract the person that you need in your life, because you truly love yourself. And you practice self-care and you're intentional with all your ways, you're going to attract the person that you need in your life.
Yes,
you want in your life. You're going to receive it.
Yep. I changed the way that I started speaking to myself. I started doing affirmations in the mirror. I did my meditations every day. This is while I was still in that relationship, and it transformed me so much that it opened my eyes, and things just started to reveal themselves because I became in alignment with what was for me. And anything that was not for me had to be pulled out. I had to change schools. After I changed schools, I started making straight A's. I had to let go of a relationship. After I let go of that relationship, things started to flourish. I passed my NCLEX the first time. I was able to do YouTube and be consistent.
All right, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you guys how I manifested my ideal partner. Like, in my mind, I had like this vision, the perfect woman, like weird science, perfect woman for me. And I had to build myself up for that person. I didn't know I was going to fall in love with her exactly. You know what I mean? I didn't know what the future entailed. But in my mind, I had this perfect person, Indy, in my head. And I had to build myself up. I had to be in alignment with my principles. I had to be on top of my stuff, in order to receive the blessings that was bestowed upon me.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, like I mentioned earlier, my ideal partner, it first came to me in a meditation, because I was very unhappy, and that's when I first found out that my ex cheated. And I was like, you know what? I was still trying to make it work, but I was like, maybe he can turn into being my ideal partner. But what I was going to focus on was the feelings and the energy that I wanted to feel, regardless of who it was. I didn't say in my mind, it's not going to be him, because I didn't know what the universe had in store for us. But I knew what I wanted. So what I did, this is exactly what I did. I did a meditation one morning, and I was journaling. I journaled a lot, immediately after meditation. And that day, I knew that I wanted a love that was different than what I was experiencing. So the first thing I did was I connected with the way that my partner would feel when they held me. And it was very specific too. It was like a hug from the back, like a hugging me from behind me, and just embracing me. Then I knew that because that relationship that I was in wasn't always supportive, I wanted a partner that was supportive and in alignment with what I was doing in my mission and my purpose. I also knew that because of my relationship with myself and how I had cultivated that I wanted someone who had a great relationship with themselves. And there is this meme that goes around of Will Smith and Jada. We're not going to talk about them currently, but this is years ago, okay? This is like 2018, 2017 or something like that.
And we don't know them people's business, no way.
No, I really don't know. But I saw a meme of them like running on the beach or something and was saying how the ideal relationship for them was that they both individually took care of themselves and like kind of integrated
together.
That
was happy. And it was about happiness, right?
But like happiness, but like also like individual happiness, self-care for each other, and then integrate together versus like it's just
if I'm unhappy and you're happy, it's not gonna go well together. If I'm unhappy inside, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, exactly. But more specifically, having your self-care practice, having your spiritual connection with the Most High. I didn't want it to be my responsibility for my partner to do that. I don't mind us doing it together, like we do this together, but we both want it, you know? And in the past, I felt like it was because I was doing it.
Yeah, and if I wake up and she meditated already or vice versa, I just meditate on my own.
Absolutely.
And will things into the present.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want nobody waiting for me to get stuff done. Because I'm going to be on my thing. I'm going to do my stuff, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
And also very important is our self-care time. So on Sundays, we make sure we take that time to ourselves because we need to think and listen and connect with ourselves too. When we're around each other all the time, that can get exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, I love being around you, not saying that we bumping heads or anything, but that time is important, and we both understand that self-care and time alone is extremely important.
You can lose your self-identity being around somebody 24/7 and living, breathing, and eating with this person 24/7, no breaks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can lose yourself. So having like a sound purpose within yourself is very important. Yeah.
Yes. So my partner kind of connecting to that purpose and knowing where they wanted to go, direction. And then the next thing was finances and how they thought about business and, building an empire and how they wanted children, if they wanted children, if they had children before, how they spoke to me, how they communicated. Communication is extremely important in a relationship. And I, at a point, felt that I couldn't communicate and be authentically myself. So that was very important for me to be able to, one, be myself all the time. My crazy self, my frustrated self, my peaceful self, my calm self. I needed to be able to be who I am, allow my emotions and my feelings to just flow through me and to me and not be judged or not be condemned on how I was, because sometimes I do crazy things and that I don't talk about. And I want to be able to be comfortable around my partner to share things that I won't share with everybody else and my little secrets and stuff, the crazy stuff that happened.
And true love is like looking in the mirror and wanting the same things that you want for yourself. You want those same things for your partner. Yes. And that's true love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see you grow. I want to see you elevate. I want your spiritual practice to be cultivated. I want you to be able to manifest the life that you want. I want your finances to be popping and booming and stuff. I want all of that for you because I want that for myself.
Yeah,
Yes. Even more specifically, I'll leave it here because I could have a whole video about this even further. This is just how we manifested each other.
The whole day.
I could go on and on, but literally, I began to talk to my partner. I began to talk to my ideal partner. Like, we took showers together.
Yeah.
We slept together. I would speak loving, kind, affirmative words to my partner when I didn't know where or who he was. And it was crazy because I felt like he was far. I felt like he was far.
And I was far.
And you
we had a
were.
long distance relationship.
And we did. I felt like he was far, so I'd be like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be together soon, you know?
I seen a meme like that. You was writing love letters to yourself for the future.
Oh,
so that's exactly
beautiful.
what you was kind of doing.
Yeah, I did write my story out. I did write it out, the partner that I wanted and how I wanted to feel waking up next to you and things like that. I still have it in my journal and stuff like that.
And while she's not around, I read a journal.
No, he wouldn't do that. So that's how we manifested each other. That's how I knew what I wanted from past relationships and dating and things that I didn't want. I knew exactly what I wanted, and I just focused on that, and I felt into that. I felt my partner. I felt him touching me. I spoke to him. You know, I knew he was gonna smell good. I knew all of these things because I literally felt like our energies were together, but we physically were were apart, and I know that we were gonna connect soon.
Yeah, life is like braille. You got to feel your way through things sometimes.
And that's like one of the keys to manifesting, besides visualizing, because I saw us together, not that I had a face on it, just like a silhouette of us being together, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was not stuck on my partner. I didn't manifest like this. Oh, he got to be 6'2", he got to do, you know, drive a Benz. I did not manifest like that because those are superficial things that don't really matter to me. My man does not have to be tall, because I can have a tall man that treats me like shit. I don't want that. I know what I want to feel on the inside, and that was important more than somebody's height or their skin tone or something like that. Some people might want, I gotta have a dark-skinned man. That's your preference, you know, whatever. But for me, it wasn't about the physical looks. Yes, I wanted them to be, my man to be handsome, which I'm thankful. But that wasn't like my thing. I didn't say I wanted someone with a short haircut or something like that, you know, but cleanliness was important. You see how I switched that? They have to be clean. They have to be groomed, you know? I don't want nobody who smells funny and like, you know what I mean? So that's how I did that. Let me know if any of this helps. Go ahead and comment down below if you've manifested your ideal partner or you're in the process of doing that. This will be able to help you, and I can guide you through that process as well and kind of give you some hope. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I can go on and on and on and on about this subject. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and comment down below. If you are trying to manifest your partner of your dreams, let me get some red hearts in the comment section. Let's get some red hearts. Drop them red hearts down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then.
And thanks for having me. I feel blessed to be
Thank you for coming on my
me.
channel. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to our couples channel at WHATINDALUV. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And follow us on social media at WHATINDALUV on our couples page, and follow me at Gawdessinergy on Instagram.
And we're going to leave the tags in the description.
Absolutely. Whenever things are getting tough or you just need a little reminder, remember this video. Remember the end of this video. Change starts in your mind. You change your mind and you change your whole entire life. Change the way you speak, change the way you think, change the way you talk, change the way you walk, change the way you dress. And you could change your whole entire life. I love you all to life. See you guys in the next video.